Well, hello class. This section is on perception. What is perception all about? Perception is everything. How we perceive things is how we act and react to things. Often, the differences between perception and reality can cause a lot of dissonance, which we discussed in the learning sections just below. So let's talk about the process of perception. Perception provides important considerations for understanding contemporary organizational behavior. Well, what is that? Although limitations and biases in the perception process often lead to poor conclusions, these perceptual processes can help people and organizations make decisions, sometimes for the right reasons, sometimes not for the right reasons. So we have what we call perceptual shortcuts. They occur often in contemporary organizations where novelty and information threaten to overload decision making. So, because of these biases that perceptual processes create, the perceptual process is by nature very limited in and of itself. The perceptual process can be managed so many different ways, and it can be managed more effectively through the use of critical reflection. So, this section is going to really take up the next 4 days because perception is so important. So in the reading, listening, and viewing of I would say for the next 2 days, and that would be March 15th and March 16th, what I'm going to have you do is I am going to have you view a lot of different things over the next couple of days and look at a case study on Hurricane Katrina that talks about attribution biases. We're going to be talking about that. So for the next couple of days, let's focus on a few case studies, okay? And also look at some of the blind spots and its implications regarding perception. And both of these are going to be on the expert contribution cases in your book, which I will go through in detail. So, enjoy the next 2 days in understanding how perceptions create, for good or for bad, motivating people to do for good or for bad, and also how we can create prejudices and biases because of learned values that come from getting the wrong perceptions. So how we absorb and reflect information and how we learn it, as we just studied in the previous sections, and how we interpret it, what we learn. This is all about our perceptions. So let's talk about the perception process and go from there. And then finally, on the 18th, the end of the week, you will be given an individual assignment based on this section. And that individual assignment is going to comprise an essay that you are going to write on perception. And that essay is going to be about 5 paragraphs, give or take, could be a little more, a little less, on a question I'm going to ask you about perception based on the contents of this particular section on perception. And I will be looking for 3 to 4 references to back up your assignment. Again, I will be posting this on the last day of this section, which will be for this module week, the 18th of March. Enjoy the section.